If I only had 90 days to lose as much belly fat as possible, this is easily the most effective way. The secret, you need to have different eating plans at each stage of fat loss. What does this mean? Most people fail because they use the wrong plan for their body. So in the next 9 minutes, I'm gonna show you exactly what to eat to make your belly fat literally disappear for good. Your body holds onto belly fat until you hit a certain body fat percentage. Think of it like a video game. You need to beat level 1 before you get to level 2. Here's what no one actually tells you though. Your belly fat won't start going away until you reach about 15% body fat. And by 12%, most of it's gonna be gone. But the eating plan that gets you from 25% body fat to 15% body fat won't work to get you from 15% body fat to 10% body fat. Therefore, you need the right plan for each stage of your journey. So stage 1, this is the foundation phase, 15% to 25% body fat. Stage number 1 gets you from where you are right now to 15% body fat. This is when your body finally starts burning belly fat. So when I first started working with people 17 years ago, I made this way too hard. I gave them crazy meal plans, 6 meals a day, eat frequently, you're no carbs after 6 p.m., no tasty foods at all, and they lost some weight at first. But everyone just quit because it was just way too hard. Then I found something amazing. You only need to focus on 2 things, calories and protein. Everything else just makes things really confusing. So for calories, take your weight in pounds, multiply this by 11 to 13. If you exercise a lot, just use 13. If you don't, use 11. That's how many calories to eat each day. But here's the secret. What you eat matters more than how much. Let me give you an example. Imagine you had a 200 calories worth of cookies. It looks kind of like the small little portion. And you had 200 calories worth of berries, which are huge portions. A study in 2019 found that when people ate processed foods, they ate 500 extra calories without even realizing it. Therefore, they gained 2 pounds in 2 weeks. When they switched to real food, whole foods, they lost over 2 pounds in the exact same time. For protein, eat 1 gram per centimeter of your height. So if you're 175 centimeters tall, that's 170 grams of protein per day. I'm gonna show you an example. This is my client, Mike. He was eating the right number of calories, but only 60 grams of protein. This is his before photo. He was losing weight, but he looked really soft and flabby and kind of like skinny fat. All we did was we doubled his protein intake. We kept his calories the exact same, and boom, his body literally completely changed in just a few weeks. So if you want examples of what to eat in stage 1, I'm just gonna list it here. Protein, egg whites, white fish, chicken breast, lean beef, Greek yogurt. For filling foods, consider berries, greens, broccoli, cauliflower rice, watermelon, air pop popcorn. Yes, you can have popcorn. For each meal, eat 1 protein food and at least 2 fruits or vegetables. This is the best part. You can still enjoy your favorite food sometimes. Being consistent matters way more than being perfect. All right, now that we're in stage 2, this is the breakthrough phase. This is where you get to 15% body fat to like 10 to 12% body fat. Once you hit 15% body fat, something frustrating kind of happens. The plan that was working great suddenly just stops working. I know because this happened to me about 6 years ago when I was just trying to break through like that 15% body fat for the first time. So a lot of people can lose their first 20 pounds pretty easily, but then they'll actually get stuck for about 6 months trying to lose the last bit of belly fat. I tried eating even less, I tried fasting, but what actually ended up happening, I had no energy whatsoever. I couldn't sleep, like I'd literally wake up in the middle of the night hungry, and I couldn't enjoy my favorite food, ice cream. I love doing ice cream with my wife. It's like the best thing in the whole world. And every time I ate ice cream, I just felt kind of bad. First, you need to start to track your food a bit more carefully. Studies show most people think they eat 429 fewer calories than they actually do. Secondly, this is a game changer. You need to change what you eat, not just how much. Keep the protein super high, but start to cut back a little bit on the fats to about 20 to 25% of your calories. This makes more room for carbs, which makes you less hungry. It gives you a little bit more energy for workouts, and it keeps you pretty strong. Let me give you another example. This is another one of my client. He's stuck at around 15% body fat for about 5 weeks. We basically kept the calories the same, but we started adding carbs, started adding a little bit more refeed. In about 3 weeks, he broke through and started getting abs for the first time. This is exactly how I got past my own sticking point while still enjoying treats with my wife. It's not about being perfect, guys. Again, it's about being smart. But what if you want to get super lean? This is stage 3. This is the elite phase. This is when you're going from like 12%, 10% to like sub 10%. The final stage really gets you down to that single digit body fat percentage. We're going to look almost like a magazine cover. I'll be super honest. it's really hard to maintain this. I think anything less than 10% becomes a bit of a sacrifice unless you truly want to live that way for the rest. For me personally, I like to be around like 10 to like 12%. This is where I can still go out, have ice cream, still feel good, have a lot of energy. As soon as I get to like that 8% body fat range, that's when things become a lot less optimal. Things literally stop working. Everyone has the potential to get to single digit body fat, and you should just experience it. It's an amazing feeling. It's a lot of discipline that gets you there. Let me tell you about an example of one of our clients. So this person was stuck at 12% body fat. When we actually looked closely at what he actually ate, we found out he was eating an extra 300 calories on the weekend and another 200 calories in just cooking oil that he didn't count. Those hidden 500 calories were stopping him from all the progress. To succeed in this final stage, you need to track everything you eat exactly, even oils, even sauces. You eat food that fills you up but have very few calories. I have another video on this. You can check the link below. But here's a question for a lot of people. I think it's really important to ask. Is getting this lean really worth it for you? For most of my clients, they like to hover around 10 to 15% body fat. Like that's a really good time because this is something you can maintain as a lifestyle. It is very easy to maintain 10 to 15% body fat. As soon as you get to like 9, 8, 7, things become really not that worth it. Like you become almost miserable. You become mean to people around you. You start to be tired all the time. But when you're at 12 to 15% body fat, you get all the health benefits. You start performing at a way higher level. You start to feel way more focused. You still look great. You still have a lot of muscle mass. I've been both sub 10% and probably like I hang around like 12 to 15%, honestly, most of the time. The extra work to stay below 10% for me, it just wasn't worth it. Is it a fun challenge here and there? Yeah, of course. It's nice to get down to sub 10% body fat, but realistically speaking, you cannot survive down here for a long period of time, or at least the quality of life that I want is not in alignment with sub 10%. 10, 12, 15% body fat, that's a good time, guys. That's a beautiful time for men, all right? So there you have it, guys. This is a 3-stage plan for losing belly fat quick, right? It's the most effective, most science-based, but knowing what to do isn't enough. The hard part is sticking with it. That's why I made a step-by-step program and video that takes through everything that we talked about in detail and make it work for your body. Click the link in my description below to have a quick look at the training and how you can implement this to yourself. For even faster results, you can check out my next video on how to actually achieve visible abs in record-breaking time. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit that subscribe button and follow for more videos.